Welcome back. Today in our Sunday Spotlight, we're looking at Tweed New Haven Airport. On Wednesday, Avelo Airlines launches its first flight from what's known as HVN to Orlando. Tweed is Avelo's first East Coast hub with a focus on getting folks to and from Florida. It's a big step for Connecticut's other commercial airport. Joining us to talk more about these routes and what they may mean for the future is Sean Scanlon, the executive director of Tweed New Haven's Airport Authority. Sean, thank you for being with us. This must be an exciting week to have a new airline showing up.
It definitely is. Good morning, Eric.
What can we expect when they launch those first flights coming up this week?
Well, it's really a historic day for not just our airport, Tweed New Haven, but also the entire state of Connecticut. This is the first time ever that there will be direct nonstop service from Southern Connecticut to 6 destinations in Florida. And we just couldn't be more excited about the fact that we can finally offer that to the people of Connecticut who've been looking for such a long time for just that.
Obviously, we've been doing stories about this, and Avelo is always referred to as a budget airline. That may be a term of art in your business, but I put it in. You could go to Fort Lauderdale from November 8th to November 12th for $58 round trip. If you want to bring a bag, you got to pay $118. That's not bad, Sean. Is that one of the big sales points that this is the type of airline they're running?
It's a big sales point. People really want to find an affordable way to get to Florida. And whether you want to take your family of 4 to Disney World in Orlando, or you want to go see grandma in Fort Lauderdale, this is the airline for you. And the fact that we can offer that convenience that we offer at Tweed, where you can literally park and walk feet to the destination and the gate that you're going to, is something unrivaled in all of New England. And so for a lot of folks out there, they may be thinking about Tweed for the first time. I encourage you to come out, give us a shot. Avelo is incredible. They're offering great nonstop service directly to Florida, and it's something that the community has been looking for a long time.
Now, what can you tell us about this actual service? I mean, getting round trip to Florida, even without a bag, for $58 is pretty incredible. I mean, you don't have to like flap your wings or anything, right? These are like big jets, and they're going to fly to Florida, and we should all be comfortable getting on there.
Yeah, it's a 737-700 plane. It's a brand new aircraft. It's the state-of-the-art technology that the 737s offer. And to get from point A to point B is going to be a very comfortable ride at an affordable price. And I would just tell you, Eric, that they initially announced that they'd be doing 4 cities. They have subsequently added 2 more since the first time we even announced this, based on the sales that they're seeing in New Haven right now. So I think it shows what we've always said, which is that we really believe that the market is here in Southern Connecticut and the New Haven area for exactly this. And the fact that the ticket sales are going so well shows that the people of Connecticut are really, really excited about this.
Well, I can tell you, we have this segment in part because I was at my son's baseball game in New Haven, and people were talking about it. But everyone I heard talking about it said, well, I've never flown out of Tweed before. Do you get that a lot? Because I know I've been to Tweed for stories. I've dropped people off who have flown out of there. And the reaction I've gotten is, this is the airport? Because it is. You park your car and you walk right over. It's a different experience. What do you tell people about it? We're looking at some video right now, Sean. What's your pitch for why that's a great airport to fly out of?
It's a hidden gem, and it has not lived up to its full potential. I took this job 2 years ago because I'm from the area. I believe in this airport. I believe that we need a functioning, more vibrant airport in Southern Connecticut to boost our economy. And this is just the start. This is the first new service we've had in a very long time. There will be more than just Florida coming very soon to other destinations that folks may want to go to. But for too long, we just haven't been an affordable, realistic option for a lot of people. That's changing because of the work that we're doing. We've just put $11 million of work in the last few weeks to upgrade our terminal. We're in the process of building a $70 million terminal across the runway in East Haven, expanding our runway. It's a public-private partnership. There's a lot of exciting things happening. And while you may have never been there before, now is definitely the time to take a look at us.
And I want to talk about a lot of the expansion that you're planning in the future, but just sticking with this for one moment. If people show up, you're not going to be overwhelmed when everybody shows up. You have enough parking, enough long-term, enough TSA, all that kind of stuff is ready for the crowds on Wednesday?
We're prepared. We're ready for Wednesday. It's going to be a great day, a very historic day. The CEO of the airline is coming. Governor Lamont is coming. They're going to be handing out special commemorative boarding passes for all the passengers that are coming on the first flight. There's going to be a lot of swag getting handed out. It's really, really an exciting day for us. Another thing that's really exciting for us is that for the first time in a very long time, almost 30 years, we will actually have a food and beverage operator there, G Cafe, which is a local New Haven institution. They're going to have a cafe set up right in the airport. Somebody can get a hot drink, a cold drink, a sandwich, a salad, a soup, a croissant. And that's really, really exciting for us because for the last few years, we've only had vending machines. So we're getting quite a bit of an upgrade for Wednesday.
Certainly a lot of excitement. Some of it may have been tempered a bit by the American Airlines news that they stopped their daily flights to Philadelphia. Do you expect those to come back? Is that a big blow to the airport, or are you sort of going in a different direction?
Well, it's actually kind of been a silver lining blessing in disguise because we had to do a lot of construction work over the course of the last few weeks, and to not have a plane coming in and out every day actually was helpful to us. Look, the industry was hit really hard by COVID. There has been a lot of changes, and American is in tough shape as most of the legacy air carriers are, like United and JetBlue, the bigger guys. I do anticipate that they will come back. I do anticipate that we will see a lot of other airlines come to the airport once we can expand that runway. They've told me that. I've met with just about every airline in America, and all of them say, we love New Haven. We think it's going to be a success. We just need a little bit more room on the runway. And that's exactly what this big project is all about that we're doing right now.
And that is definitely coming, because I know for a long time there's been a lot of fighting with some of your neighbors in East Haven as far as whether that could come. So that's something that's full speed ahead.
Well, for 10 years, there was a law on the state books that prohibited our runway from actually growing beyond where we are now. We challenged that in court. It actually went all the way to the United States Supreme Court, Eric. And in March of 2020, right when the pandemic started, it didn't get a lot of attention, but we won a case before the US Supreme Court that allowed us to continue and move forward with that runway project. And now that we got federal permission to do it, it was just a matter of lining up the funding for it and the local permitting for it. We have the funding. We've been given permission from some of the entities that we need to get permission from. After we do an environmental assessment that we're hoping to conclude by sometime in the middle of next year, we believe that we can get the permits and get this done and get moving by the end of 2023. So exciting stuff happening with Avelo. We may have American coming back and potentially some other folks coming back. But by the end of next year, beginning of the following year, we do anticipate that there will be a lot more activity here at the airport.
Well, I think there's been a lot of attention to this activity with Avelo, people checking it out. Certainly the prices are attractive. The airport is an interesting place to leave from to head down to Florida. I'm sure a lot of people will be checking those flights out, Sean. Sean Scanlon, the executive director of the Tweed New Haven Airport Authority. A lot of plugs for that airport. I'm sure you'll be seeing a lot of our viewers traveling out of there. Thanks for being with us on this Sunday.
You're very welcome.
All right, and that is CT21 for this week. CBS Sunday Morning with Jane Pauley is next. Have a great rest of your weekend and a happy Halloween. We'll meet you back here in Studio A next Sunday morning.
Thanks for watching Channel 3 Eyewitness News. Watch us live wherever you are on our mobile, on our streaming news app. And you can also watch us on Roku.